Jason Mears had the idea.
Northern Brass was a bit of a brainchild of a few members at Preston Band.
He knew I was teaching the kiddies here, and he thought it'd be a good idea to start the Northern Brass.
It was a no-brainer. Andrew was going to conduct it. He was studying music. He was very good. He knew stuff about music.
It was definitely inclusive of Jason Mears and George Maletzis and myself, I suppose.
In the early years of Northern, I certainly can't recall much time when I walked into this band room and Jason Mears wasn't sitting on the principal corner chair already warming up.
The junior groups that Jack were running were producing players who were getting to a very good sort of intermediate standard, but they weren't quite up to scratch for the A-grade band at that point in time. So what happened was we put together a group in between, which made a lot of sense with a repertoire that was appropriate for the group of people at the time.
We got a lot of people from the juniors and some people from the A-grade band all together on a Tuesday night, and we just tried to do something. We tried to just see what we could do. Tried to put a band together. Turned out it was pretty good. It was, D, C grade, but it was a lot of fun.
We came down to the Preston band room to see what was going on, and very quickly got involved and got swept up in Northern.
Since Northern Brass started up with Andrew Power, Andrew did a very good job as a trainer and a conductor of the band.
I just came down to a rehearsal one night. It was sort of only just, it had been running maybe a couple of weeks with George Maletzis. He'd been coming down and just sort of running through a few different things, some ensemble works with the kids, and he invited me down and asked me to come and play because they were trying to put together some things, and I came down and George just put the baton in my hand and he said, "Can you do it tonight? Because I don't really feel like it."
Andrew had a lot of energy. I was very excited to be doing what he was doing, and it was great to play some of those pieces that I hadn't played for a long time as well. So it was just an opportunity for people that didn't get to play in a proper brass band to come together and do that.
I think in part what led to a lot of the success in those early years was we had a really strong and stable team that remained unchanged for a number of years.
Winning competitions wasn't the focus. Getting a band together and getting on stage was the focus. That's what it was all about, getting people on stage and playing. It's just so happened that they won everything. They won everything because they were very, very good.
The first competition I can recall is, I think it was Northern's first competition as well, at the Bendigo Stedford.
Well, it would have been when I was in maybe grade 5 or 6 at primary school, and George came and started taking a few rehearsals, and then Jack and George suggested that we move up and have a try in Northern. They were preparing for a contest, so we started playing with Northern Brass, and then from there we were both on bottom cornet. I think my brother was on second and I was on third cornet, and we were on those parts for a good few years, and then sort of progressed. But mainly, it was fun moving up and developing with it. We still kept playing with Jack's group for a while, and playing with Northern, and then eventually just moved completely into Northern.
If there's anybody who can listen to a brass band hymn live that's beautifully in tune and a beautifully warm sound, I would be very surprised if they didn't want to be a part of something like that.
Look, I love competing. That's why I love playing in brass bands. That competitive side to things that's what drives me. And when Northern started, they had enough trombones, so I thought, great, I can play something else. It's a little bit selfish, I suppose, wanting to be involved in Northern because I got to do something different. But yeah, I've just about played in every section in Northern, and I think except for the trombone section, which I think is bizarre.
It was a milestone moment for me because I knew it was my last contest before I was leaving for the UK, and it kind of capped off. It was like the culmination of my time at Northern as a conductor for that period. And I thought, that was a pretty good innings, running through D grade into C grade and winning the nationals.
Andrew told everyone in the band that he was leaving, which I think was a Sydney Nationals. He told everyone that he was going overseas.
He'd played many times at Northern to help out a few times on permit, and he was just the best person for the job.